I don't know. Like, I was out in front of a crowd and did this. It was amazing. Like, I had this religious experience. Wow, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what to say because I've had an amazing life. And for me to, like, singular, like, put, oh wow, something out of the normal happened. My whole life is out of the normal. Like, so it doesn't.
No one really has a normal life.
I dug ditches until I could do that. Like,
ouch. Yeah.
No, that's fine. Like, it's not ouch at all.
Oh no, digging ditches is just not a fun thing to do.
Yeah, no. I dug him up to my head and pulled out sewer pipes from fucking 80 years ago, you know? Like,
that's hardcore.
But it was fun. Like, whatever. There's a lot of people who have a lot worse shit than that.
That's true, yeah. And it's great that, like, from that you've come all the way here. Like, now you're doing whatever you want to do, you know, to an extent.
Almost. Not quite, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
All the people that are all, well, I don't know if I can pull that kind of money to do a project like that. I'm all, well, you'll regret it when I go and find the money from the person who wants to put it into it, and then I get done what I'm doing. Because I don't spend it on myself, I spend it on the music.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, if I want to make a fucking Pink Floyd The Wall too, you know, but High on Fire the fucking Fall 3, you know, like whatever it might be,
yeah.
You'll regret not putting that money into me because I'm going to punish you either way because there will be someone who does have that fucking notion, you know? Like,
there's like so many people who like join bands for the egotistical value, and it's really obvious that you don't do that.
I'm not very egotistical. I try to have my self-worth. I have a problem because I grew up in a household where I had to say I'm sorry all the time, and I grew up like with a threatening beating around the corner if I didn't, you know, do everything just right. So I grew up saying I'm sorry, and it's been a weird thing where I have to go to therapy about it because, you know what I mean? It's like I grew up in an abusive thing where I'm like, oh, I don't want to fuck with anybody's space, and it could be you, it could be someone that big. And I'd be all, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to like make you mad. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
That's how I was taught to deal with fear. And it's a thing that, you know, when I do deal with fear, it's like a weird line I cross. And then it's like complete anger, you know? It's like
I know exactly how you feel, because I grew up in a similar, like my household is the same, it's very strict.
You're suppressed, and then when you lose your temper, it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, normally I'm incredibly docile. I mean, I'm very rarely, no one...
Yeah, it's hard to get me to the point where I'm mad at you.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want to hit up?
Okay.
Silent punch, I swear to God.
I don't smoke, I don't really.
Good for you. You have no vices.
I have some vices, but it's not that.
Vices?
That would be telling.
Oh, they're dirty, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah, I have some dirty vices too.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not going to tell though because you won't tell.
Well, I tell if you tell.
Oh?
Yeah.
No, you won't.
Yeah, well.
No, I have a lawyer girlfriend. I'll get in trouble somehow.
Okay. Fair enough. She'll lawyer you. But yeah, so, I mean, I guess that's part of like the suppression thing, because when you're like sort of tied down like a spring and you're finally released, and you go more extreme.
Yeah.
You wouldn't.
No, it's like it made for good. Like for me, it made for a good like alter ego. You know what I mean? Like when I walk on stage, I'm kind of a different guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the same guy, but I don't have an ego, but I'm calm. And like I know what I'm about to do, and I know I get that done.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I know, dude, I have multiple like amps behind me, and I'm gonna punish this whole fucking place. Yesterday when I walked on, I was just all, oh, I'm just eating this up. It's like making me feel whole because I get to express myself.
Yeah, and the energy you have on stage is great. Like you can tell that you are now like really.
Some of that, like I have it's kind of weird. I have a Turkish grandma.
Oh, okay.
I've always related to her a lot because she's all, you know, like she's always like kind of talked to me about it, but never given me enough information about, you know, when I look like a big white guy and I'm like, I'm part Turkish because she's like this weird lady that's like super loving and giving underneath my grandfather who's like super oppressive to her whole life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my parents are like that. Yeah.
And it's really weird. It's old-fashioned. The guy knows the Bible back and forth. And he's never told a lie, but he's an asshole. You know what I mean?
That's the Buddhist people are always like that.
Yeah. It's like,
they use
you're
the
perfect.
truth.
And my grandmother, who fucking would do anything for anyone, and like bandage and fucking, wounded warrior, and like bake cookies for like a Nazi, like seriously. And then you suppress her whole life, and then she actually can talk to me about stuff, and I'm her grandson, and like, I think that she had a weird bond with me because she'd tell me about all her Turkish stuff she couldn't do it in front of, she couldn't do it with her husband, you know what I mean? Because he was like very, American, World War II, I'm a Navy, gunner or whatever the fuck.
It's what happens when liberals and conservatives collide.
Yeah, kind of a trip.
Yeah, it is.
You're getting the best interview. Like the interviews yesterday, I was like, no.
Well, I'm glad I waited though. Oh, really? Is it because you had a good gig or?
Yeah, it's because I'm kind of free range today. I don't have stress. I don't have to like worry about my equipment or my guitars or anything going on. I have to hang.
Yeah, I saw you like before you went on stage. You were like pacing back and forth, like eyeing the clock and sort of. It wasn't like you were nervous, but I could tell that you had loads of pent-up energy inside.
I don't know. I get everything in line with what I have to do. And every song I have that I have to recite, I have to go through it in my head, and I have to I start from square one, say like 15 minutes before, and I didn't do it yesterday because most people look at me like I'm crazy, but I do all these pranas for my chi, and I do all these breathing exercises. It's for my chi, and it's also for my vocals, and it's also, I didn't have to do vocals yesterday, so I didn't feel it was necessary, and I did it in the morning, but I do this whole routine of things that look very ridiculous to other people. They're all, that guy's just being weird, but it's not. It's like, I'm putting strength into my chi.
How is that when you redirect energy around your body? Yeah.
But if you do it in front of a bunch of people, they think you're a freak.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it with friends.
It looks like yoga, but it's what the yogis do before they do their yoga. To get their energy out, and then they can bend. And I've had problems. I have a bad ACL, which I'm about to get knee surgery on. And I have a thing called, God damn it, someone spilled mustard on me. I have a thing called peripheral neuropathy. So my feet are completely numb. I can't feel them. So I'll kick something and like my toenail will fall off and I won't know.
Oh my god.
And then like at the end of the day when I get, like it's like having paralyzed feet, even though they're functional and I can move them, but they're numb.
So when you walk up steps and stuff,
I can totally trip all the time. It makes me look like I'm drunk,
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, but I'm working on fixing that. The first thing is my knee.
So is it nervous and not psychiatric?
It's a nerve, like here in my lower back.
Yeah.
There's nerves that are pinched from a herniated disc.
Wow.
And I have no feeling from like here up on my leg all the way down to my foot. I have no feeling aside of the insides. And the insides hurt like a motherfucker. So
I'm so sorry.
yeah, well they give me drugs for it. But, like I try not to take the drugs as much as they tell me to.
Yeah.
Because it really interacts with.
I don't like taking medication either.
Yeah, but I have to because it does help. Because my nerves fire off, and it feels like someone putting a match out on your foot everywhere the nerve fires off, but there's no feeling. The nerves don't do their normal routine; they just fire off. So it feels like flashes of like fire here and there on my feet. It's like ironic. I'm not on fire yet. Dance around. Try not to step on something or kick with a toenail off my foot, Like I'm missing a toenail on this side because of it. because I kicked a monitor on accident. It was
Wow, that's pretty, it should be useful in fights, though, I guess, if it ever happens.
I haven't been in one in a long time, but I don't usually use them. I take a lot of Muay Thai kickboxing, and I take a lot of jiu-jitsu.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. And I had an awesome teacher, and it's before the UFC ever started. I started taking that, and then we saw it in the UFC, and no one applied it at first. It was all Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and the Gracies came to my school and were teaching a seminar. And I took some jiu-jitsu, and then after that, you know, I've done kind of applied martial arts, and then after a while I had to stop because
yeah, my knees giving me trouble. I mean, I do MMA and the jiu-jitsu, the kickboxing.
Oh yeah, you get big circles in your feet, big old blisters.
Yeah.
You know you're getting hard though when that happens. You know?
I mean, I have like so many injuries from just kicking and stuff, but I can't stop doing it. It's like when you're hitting the bag, it's like meditation.
Because you get a high.
Yeah.
Your brain makes a different dopamine. Like when
it's great. Like I can't do that at home or in the street. Obviously, like I get harassed a bit. So
the last 3 fights I got in, I knocked every 2 out. One of them was up on a palm ranch in California, where there is no medical care, there is no police, there's no anything. And I knocked this dude out, and he was a bigger guy. I mean, the dude weighed like 250 pounds. And so I knocked him out in one punch, and his knees buckled and went like this, and his ankle broke in half.
Wow.
And then the next, I had to like drag him. I was like, dude, he's in a coma. I mean, deep shit, I killed the guy. I'm like dragging him in this trailer.
Okay.
I pulled him in this trailer in the middle of the woods.
Yeah.
Put his foot on ice. And then, you know, I was like, I woke him up the next day. I'm all, are you okay, bro? I'm all, you don't retaliate, because the dude's kind of was a prominent guy in a certain thing I'm not going to mention.
Okay.
And like, I could definitely have someone come and kill me if like they wanted to, even though my house is full of guns and like whatever. It was like kind of a scary situation. I fucked up the wrong dude.
Oh wow.
But he attacked me and it was self-defense.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
You know, fair enough, and I made sure it was fair enough. I'm like, do you remember what you did last night? I fucked you up, I'm sorry. It's not my fault that your fucking ankle broke and I knocked you out. He's like, just don't tell my wife, man. That's all. I swear to God I won't. Then she came to pick him up.
Yeah.
I tried to cover up, and she's all, I know what you did. She's all, did you hit him? I'm all, I didn't do anything. He's fine. He fell down a hill. She's all, bullshit. Don't lie to me. You're lying to me. I'm lying to you just simply because I have to.
Wow. She sounds like a hard lady.
Oh yeah, she knew exactly. Like, she's all, yeah, he does this, he tries to fight people he can't beat. I was like, yeah, I will beat you up, dude. I tried to tell him that the first time he attacked me, and I was like, I'm gonna kick your ass, dude, I'm telling you. And I put him down a couple times, and, you know, and then the last one, I'm all, knock you out if I lay you up. I let him up, and he came at me, and I was like, BAM! Lights out. Broken ankle, oh, fuck, you know.
Yeah, fights are fun, but only when they're play fights. I never get into real fights.
I don't know how to play fight.
Okay. But you usually get that attack.
Yeah, like if I play fight, I end up hurting someone or hurting myself too, because one or the other. It's not that I'm some kind of UFC fighter, but.
Well, it's just when you fight, it tends to escalate.
Yeah,
it's natural.
I don't have a halfway. You know what I mean? Because I grew up in that abusive family thing, so it's like I can fuck around for a minute, and then like the minute I feel, you know, a punch to someone, it might be a lie, but to me it's like what's everyday life, or was from my childhood. So
that's what abuse does. It takes away boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's harder to like know where to put them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going through the same thing. Like I'm having therapy about that sort of thing. So.
I understand.
Yeah, I understand too. It's good to like talk to someone that knows that.
Yeah, it's a fucked up thing because my dad was like my size now when I was a 17-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And he just grabbed me up, you know, and you're like, there's no fighting back, dude.
Yeah.
I did my push-ups, I did all of them, you know, and like, there's just no, I can't win. You know, it's like, yeah, you proved your point. sorry. I'll say I'm sorry the rest of my life because of it. And I have. I'm afraid of everything. I know a big, capable fucking guy. I'm afraid of everything. It's the fucking, hence I'm bipolar too, I think that runs in the family, but,
Yeah, it does, that sort of thing. Maybe that's why he even did it. He was going through the same thing.
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is this and this is that. And there is no filter. There's no controlling something or controlling anything.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sad thing. I hope that isn't too much. I hope this doesn't come out in the press being like I'm some kind of weirdo.
I would put it in if you don't want me to.
No, I think it's something that should be addressed with a lot of people who have mental health issues. I drank a lot of that off for a long time, and the alcohol made me normal, and then they wanted to give me food to strangers, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I go to holistic medicine, I don't drink.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Well, I struggle with that too, though, all the time at the festival.
Yeah, exactly.
Being around people.
Everyone's trying to make you drink, but the moment you say I don't,
they're not as heavy of a person as someone that has a background like you or I. They're not as heavy as a person, and it's when they give you that, and you start going a little farther than they're expecting you to go.
Yeah.
And then they blame it on you,
Exactly.
The guy's like, oh, you got me fucked up, and you didn't expect me to rip the bar out of the wall, sorry about that.
And when you warn people that I don't drink because when I do, I go a bit crazy. Oh, I want to see that happen.
Yeah, not until it happens.
Yeah.
And then they disown you. Or it's all, oh, you're an alcoholic emergency. Oh no. But then it's all, oh, dude, I could do something in moderation if I wasn't around you.
Yeah. They're the people facilitating the behavior by doing it.
Yeah, it's a thing where they press you,
And people, they don't
but it's your own problem, so it's not really their fault.
Exactly.
You can say no, but if you're like me, you can't say no.
Yeah.
Kind of a hard thing.
It is. I don't really know how to get around it apart from just
Did
extreme.
you want to film me or be filming this?
I'm filming your knee because this is gigantic bright light. I can point at your face if you want.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what this is for or something.
Oh, okay. Well, I
want someone from where you're from and stuff to understand that all Americans, I don't really have a whole big hand in what my government does, and I've never been part of a whole nationalist thing. And a lot of people think there's so many Americans that just shop at Walmart, eat McDonald's, and are part of this nationalist redneck fucking, I have a bunch of guns, so I'm afraid of my government.
fair enough. I mean, if I lived in America, I'd do the same thing.
And I think that Obama's a lesser evil than Bush, and I appreciate the fact that I have health care, and the guy's really trying to work to make it a better place, but you ain't gonna take the fucking redneck out of those people who are that fucking stupid, that racism should be over in the United States. They want to kill him because he's black. He's a goddamn nigger, that fucking thing. But then I grew up with a lot of people that don't know any better because that's what TV tells them.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a redneck fishing hunting trip with barbecue Bob, and he's brushing your teeth with goddamn salt, rock salt. He's gonna shoot you in the mouth with a shotgun. Damn, you look good, boy. They don't know anything better because that's how we get on TV. So when you're a little kid, you grow up into this TV world, and then you got Jerry Springer and Walmart. And it's California, I think, should be a separate country. I swear to God, people think different there. But people are starting to think different all over the place. Because you have people who have brains all over, they just can't beat out the fucking idiot vote. And then half the votes end up in the Gulf of Florida. And they start a war, you think the two towers, you think that was really, that's Al-Qaeda? How do you think Al Qaeda got the fucking in to do that? That gave us an excuse to make war on oil companies or on oil countries from oil companies, which lobbied it all the way. But 9/11 was planned since George Bush Sr. was the head of the CIA. We knew about 9/11 happening the minute his son got old enough to be in office. That shit was planned since the 1970s.
There is a lot of evidence.
Oh, there's more than evidence. It's a fact. The minute it blew up, our government just fucked this up on our own soil. I knew it. Those two planes couldn't do those fucking two things down. No way.
And the way
they were standing up, and then flashes went off.
There were 3 World Trade Centers, and the third one
and then
went
they wanted
down.
to blame it on. The fuel was burning up.
Yeah.
Okay, you're this high in a building, so that part of the building should fall off.
But the
It doesn't
entire building
implode.
exploded.
It imploded. It fucking imploded.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows anything about things that blow up knows that charge was at the bottom all the way up.
Because it collapsed from the floor
But
down.
no one noticed because there was an airplane burning in the side of both of them.
And that's how it happens in films, right?
Yeah, it's this sleight of hand. So look at my hand over here. I got the ace of spades. You know?
Yeah.
It's fucking bullshit.
There's like a petition
And
of architects.
I sang a lot of my lyrics are about like the way my government deals with stuff. A lot of my lyrics are about the way that religion causes war and causes demeanor. I was brought up a devout Christian, and I just can't buy it. I believe in aliens, but I also believe that the Christ was something that he was unfathomable, so they made him into a fucking Christ. They put him on a crucifix and sold him to everybody, and Rome made it so that they could control everybody by guilt instead of war. You know, and it sucks because Christ was like Buddha. You know what I mean? He was like egoless.
Yeah, he preached
Like,
love.
why don't you
and, like,
fucking help this person when you're trying to help? You're trying to help your rich friend. Why don't you help the person eating like a dog, licking his wounds? It's a leper. You know, like I don't know. I don't see the righteousness in that.
What do you think of like the theories of the Sephiroth that there's this theory of the Bible where like they believe that when God spoke it was actually through weed, and like there's this theory of the Ruach being the breath of God and
I
stuff like
definitely
that.
believe in that. I believe it's made part of my career, but I can't say that it's my religion.